Okay, shalom, shalom, first and foremost. You all praise honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Barakakadash, the ones, the elders, and apostles, the great most, who do rule and teach well. So remember, peace, love, and blessings to the Lord's elect. Young brother here, Shamash one, Ban Yahweh. I just want to read this quick precept and kind of go into a sirach 30 and 15, health and good estate, a body above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Basically what it's saying, health and good state of body, or above all gold, right? Being healthy and a strong body above infinite wealth, right? Basically telling you that health should be your priority, right? Always. And I guess you call it kind of like a testimony, or I guess like kind of like a warning out there for brothers out there who are into the whole, bodybuilding thing. I recently started to, take it a lot more seriously. Not in terms of like competing, but more so being really serious about, building my physique and looking more attractive. Which on one level it's mainly for myself, and because I like muscle, I like having muscles, and I want to have more muscle, right? And also because I like girls, man. I don't need to speak more about that, but in my journey, for looking for information and doing really just building comprehension, right? Because comprehension is extremely important with any endeavor that you do, whether it's programming. You need to comprehend what you're doing. You need to know what a method is, and so on and so forth, and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that today, but in my search, I was reading this book called Building Bulk and Power by Bill Pearl, right? This is coming from like the 50s and 60s and stuff, kind of archaic methods, which I think they work. I like using them, but I started doing what they call a bulk, right? And if you're interested in weights, you know what a bulk is, right? And I did that for around like 6 months. It definitely it helped me fill out a little bit more, but I'm gonna stop. I believe I stopped like about 2 days ago, because just like starting like maybe about a week ago, started being bloated all the time. Performance started to suffer, just started to feel worse and worse and worse. So I decided to make that choice and say enough is enough. So the point is, this is make health your priority. I'm not really gonna get into the whole debate, is bulking really necessary? Personally, I don't really think it really was, because what I did was I just basically took my routine and I just increased the amount of exercises that I was doing. I was doing more work and kind of doing specialization for my chest and whatever. So doing more total volume, and then I just started to eat more. But I think what I did wrong was that I was eating way too much, even eating during my workouts. Like if I would get tired, even a little tired, I would buy a protein bar or something like that, and have that during the workout. Or I would have like what else did I do? I said a protein bar. I think that's what I would do, mostly get protein. Which that could also be it too, because eating lots of protein is hard. I think it's on your kidneys, whichever body part processes through the nitrogen, because that's the only thing that makes protein different from carbohydrates and fats, is that protein has nitrogen. But suffice to say, put health first. As I said, I'm not really going to get into the debate, is it really necessary? As I said, for my opinion, you probably could just, if I would have eaten just like a little bit slightly more, which is what I started to do now. I just started to pull back the carbohydrates by a lot, and keep protein relatively high, but not ridiculous. And I feel a lot better. So all right, sirach 4:29, be not hasty in thy tongue, And I did slack and remiss, right? The scriptures talk about the tongue. The tongue could get you jacked up. I can't exactly remember how it goes. The tongue is a weapon or something like that. Basically, men will be unrooted by their own speech. And that's why the scriptures like that talk about this. Very important. You watch what you put out on the internet. Watch what you put on the videos. Watch what you say to brothers. I don't just, blurt out your mind. Okay, think before you speak. So on and so forth. And things like that. And this is like common sense. I mean, really, common sense stuff. Be brotherly, right? And like I used to say back when you were young, if you don't have anything nice to say, it's better you don't say nothing at all. All right. And then ideas, slack, and remiss, which really you're not supposed to be even. Which I mean that's demons anyway, but you're not supposed to be saying things that aren't right. Now getting on a brother because they're going off, that's one thing, right? But just getting on brothers just to get on brothers just to be mean is off. Okay, hating your brother in your heart is off. Right? You're not supposed to allow those thoughts to fester in your spirit because those demons are messing with you. And then ideas, slack, and remiss. So, in the context of what we're talking about, fitness and all that, because that's what I'm passionate about. Was one of my passions. That art, programming, to a lesser degree programming, because I'm fucking garbage at it. But with all those things, right? Whatever you do, man, put your all into it. And I've been slacking, man. I need to sleep more, man. I need to get my sleep up. See if I get 8 to 10 hours of rest a night. Because when you're building muscle, you really build muscle when you're sleeping, when you're resting. Not through the workout. The workout is just the trauma, but the resting is where you really build. And also with that, right, and that D, slack, and remiss, whatever you're doing in the gym, right? Say you're doing a program where you're losing weight, stick to it, man. Give it your all, man. If you're following a purely hypertrophy program, purely bodybuilding program, stick to it. And don't be slack in whatever you do in the gym. Because I started to learn that as of recently. I believe I posted to my bodybuilding playlist on this channel some things from Kai Green, which Kai Green is a but he has some good info, right? I think I posted train with Kai video on back training, right? You gotta feel the muscles out while you train it, man. And that means you gotta focus. You got to really, really concentrate on what you're doing, But that was pretty much it. And I mean, for the truth, that just comes naturally, man. I mean, when you have the spirit on you, it comes naturally focusing, man. And then, for certain things, it takes more focus than others, right? Like me making this video, this is kind of casual. I didn't really have to focus much or think much on this one. But say I was doing, which I'm going to do a video this week probably, if I can, a video on Daniel 7. I was started a series on it, and I need to get up to the Greeks, so I'm going to talk about Alexander the Freak and all that. That's going to take some focus, that's going to take some research, because I'm actually going to do a bit of digging up old things I knew, and put them out there. And that's pretty much it for this video. Put health first. Basically, with the whole bulking thing, started to feel like shit. Decided to stop. Decided to cut back on the calories. And so on and so forth. And put your health first. Even now, like about 2 days after kind of pulling things back and tapering back down, I feel a lot better. So yeah, shalom.